Hello. Today I'm going to be drawing this guardstone spider. The photo is by James Reben, thanks to him, yet again. So to start off, I am going to draw an ellipse to encapsulate the head. Well, yeah. Or like the cephalothorax. And I don't like the angle I did, so I'm going to do it one more time. Kind of like that. And now I'm going to draw the abdomen. No, I did the shape wrong. I feel like it should be a bit thinner. I think a bit thin, well, that thin, but a little wider. I think kind of like that. Okay, so now I want to work on putting holes for the leg attachments. And the cool thing about this perspective that I really like is that we could see the attachment of the legs right here. They're like a bunch of beans right up against each other, and I really do like when you can see that of arachnids. And now that I think of it, yeah, no, that's good. Let me put it more right there. Right there. Right there. Oh, you know what? I think that one's a little bit larger. Okay. I'm going to do the same for the other side, even though we can't see the direct leg attachments of our guardstone spider. Okay. So now I want to draw some lines for the legs to show like the gestural flow. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to cap off the end of the leg. Now I'm going to do the front right leg. Now I'm going to do the back. It's a bit more abrupt. Now I'm going to do the second left down leg. Now this leg is interesting because it's like kind of like goes up a little, then it kind of goes like there and there, but I think it should be a bit. No. It's kind of like that. Now this leg kind of goes like up, then really far out. Well, much further out. It's about to here. That's what I would say for that leg, or the just sure line for a leg there. Now I'm going to do the back two legs on the right side that are a bit more obscured. And the back one is very obscured. Very tucked. Probably like somewhere. I'm kind of drawing through my forms here. But yeah, I think that's a good starting point. The interesting thing here is this spider has a lot of hair, and I can't see the web spinners on the back of him or her. Hard for me to tell. Maybe something right there, and maybe that, like if you're looking where my computer mouse is over here on the image, maybe that's the web spinner. Maybe that's one. Sometimes it's very subtle. Like it's probably like there, and I think like certain spiders have more evident web spinners. But okay, now I'm going to draw the legs, or the initial beans for the legs. And I think I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. I am so sorry if that was loud. I just saw that my audio went into the red decibel range, and I know that's really bad, so I'm really sorry. I'll try to... I don't know what to do about that. I'm gonna keep rolling. Okay, so now for the sausage shape. The initial sausage shape. It's kind of like that. Oh, it kind of goes more down before it goes up more. Okay, so now for this one, well, I should have drawn the initial bean. There's always this initial bean-like shape for like all of the legs before there's the further attachment. They're not always as evident based on the perspective, but they're always there. They're always like kind of there. And, it kind of changes a bit as well. Like they're very hard to see, but they're kind of like I keep thinking of them as kind of like a pot with an ellipse near the top, kind of like that. But that's besides the point. And I am going to try to like guesstimate the ones that we can't see, as much as I don't like to do that, because I always like to know the full picture of what I'm dealing with. Okay, so I see right here where the leg continues. It's very, it kind of like arcs up a little bit. Oh no, I'm sorry. This leg, I didn't see it. I didn't look close enough, but it kind of like arcs up initially. So this gestural line should, it kind of like, no, I'm sorry. I think I'm right. It's just very obscured based on the perspective. This kind of goes up, and it's a bit obscured. This one kind of goes to right there. It's kind of like on it still, so it's a bit hard to draw because it's just like a perspective distortion thing that you're seeing. Luckily, the sausage on the back leg is about to there. Kind of like that. Now the sausage on the back leg goes pretty far. It goes to about here is where I would place the ellipse for that leg. For this leg right here, it kind of like goes to like right there. Yeah, I'm sorry. Should be kind of going like that. There, it should be going here. Now this leg goes to about there. It's just like changing point. Okay. Now for the second part, that's kind of like a elongated matchstick that has some thickness to it. Goes to about here is what I would say. Oh, you know, there's also another interesting shape here that I should, before I go on to that point, there's like a smaller bean shape that kind of, it's like a interconnecting point, but it kind of bulges a little bit. Kind of like that. And it's consistent with all of them. I keep wondering if maybe I didn't do such a good job with this leg. No, it's there, I believe. Okay, that one is about right there. Bit obscured, but it kind of bulges out on both sides. There's the bean thing right there. And I'm trying to draw really small ellipses to kind of show how the individual segments of the legs connect. Okay, here it's like right here. And then this one is like right there, although it kind of more connects to the leg than I showed. Yeah, kind of like that. Now I want to draw like the longer matchstick leg that I was talking about. Or more looks like just an elongated cylinder more than anything. And it's like the first one of a couple. That one's to about a little bit before that one. This one's really long, probably a perspective. That one I could see it to about here, I believe. Maybe it's even a little bit further. This one to about here. And it's really interesting to see how different perspectives change the viewing of the leg. Because it's not like you're always seeing the same shape. Now for the second one, it's the second segment of the leg is just like a thinner matchstick compared to the previous one. It's about there. Oh, sorry, I probably should be talking more. I'm kind of just trying to do more of these little matched stick things as I go. I'm on this, yeah, this leg. Oh, sorry, actually, this one right here. And yeah, I think it's good to always think about a lot of the legs as like interconnecting cylinders. I think cylinders are a great way to define them as a shape or a summary. Now this back leg, it's really obscured. I can kind of make a small generalization for it, although it is a bit difficult as it goes further. Sometimes you may be seeing me draw a straight line instead of like an ellipse for a leg. The important thing to note is that if you have like a penny or a coin and you flip it on its side, it looks like a line. I mean, I know there's actually some thickness to a coin viewed from the side, and it's not a straight line. But if you think of ellipses like that, that kind of helps get the idea across. Okay, so where was I? On the last segment of the legs. The last segment, it's like an even smaller matched stick, but in my opinion, it kind of looks like it circles off at the end. It's kind of like a oval a bit, and they're very small. Okay, so we got the legs down. Now I want to draw the shell that's kind of like, it's not a shell, it's more like the top half of the cephalothorax, which is like the head. It's really interesting. I always think of crabs when I do that. So it's kind of like that. Kind of goes in a little bit. It wraps around, and I think the important thing to note is that it doesn't cover any of the leg holes, which is good because it would probably have a great difficulty moving if it would. Now the other thing is it has, I think I'm not sure if they're polypulps or chalcerae, but they're these two things right here. I wanted to put ellipses for them, and I did want to draw them, although they're a bit difficult to draw fully because I can't see all of them, but I can see a good portion of them. I don't know if it's like what it uses to like suck the inside of insides out like a straw, or if it like, I don't know. Like a lot of insects, I think what they do is they I think they send fluids in to dissolve insects so they could eat them. Something like that. But yeah, those two things are actually pretty straightforward. I could have cut them into two shapes. I'll draw it over here in a little bit of an exploded view for like what I'm seeing. And it's kind of like that. There's a connection point, which I did before, like right here. And I connected it with an ellipse. It's kind of like two-part, in which there's like this initial thin, even thinner bean-like shape. Then it's just like thin throughout. It's a very thin part. Now, I kind of tried to show how it kind of curves. Our spider also has a lot of eyes, and they're very subtle. They're hard to see, but I know they have 8 eyes somehow. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I would break it down. I'm trying to look for mistakes, and I'm not sure Like, there's got to be something I did wrong, but perhaps I'm just a bit exhausted today. I was up late last night having a bonfire with some friends, so now I'm a bit exhausted. So, yeah. Thanks for sticking around in this video. I'm not going to draw the hair. I'll leave that as an exercise up to you if you want to. The spider's got a lot of hair just all around his legs and whatnot, and abdomen. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, if you like my channel, please subscribe to it. If you like my videos, please like it. If you have a question, please ask in the comments. Thanks again to James Reben for this spider. I can never have enough bug photos. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Bye.